Welcome to another travel information of Travelholics channel. Travel the world and be inspired. South America is a continent in the Western Hemisphere, mostly in the Southern Hemisphere, with a relatively small portion in the Northern Hemisphere. Best places to travel in South America. Machu Picchu, historical place in Peru. Iconic hilltop ruins of a large 15th century Inca city featuring numerous structures and terraces. Peru, country in South America. Peru is a country in South America that's home to a section of Amazon rainforest and Machu Picchu, an ancient Incan city high in the Andes Mountains. The region around Machu Picchu, including the Sacred Valley, Inca Trail and colonial city of Cusco, is rich in archaeological sites. On Peru's arid Pacific coast is Lima, the capital, with a preserved colonial center and important collections of pre-Columbian art. Buenos Aires, capital of Argentina. Buenos Aires is Argentina's big, cosmopolitan capital city. Its center is the Plaza de Mayo, lined with stately 19th-century buildings including Casa Rosada, the iconic, balconied presidential palace. Other major attractions include Teatro Colón, a grand 1908 opera house with nearly 2,500 seats, and the modern Malba Museum, displaying Latin American art. Rio de Janeiro, municipality in Brazil. Rio de Janeiro is a huge seaside city in Brazil, famed for its Copacabana and Ipanema beaches, 38 meters Christ the Redeemer statue atop Mount Corcovado and for Sugarloaf Mountain, a granite peak with cable cars to its summit. The city is also known for its sprawling favelas, shanty towns. Its raucous Carnival festival, featuring parade floats, flamboyant costumes and samba dancers, is considered the world's largest. Santiago, capital of Chile. Santiago, Chile's capital and largest city, sits in a valley surrounded by the snow-capped Andes and the Chilean Coast Range. Plaza de Armas, the grand heart of the city's old colonial core, is home to two neoclassical landmarks, the 1808 Palacio de la Real Audiencia, housing the National History Museum, and the 18th-century Metropolitan Cathedral. La Chascona is the home-turned-museum of poet Pablo Neruda. Bolivia, country in South America. Bolivia is a country in central South America, with a varied terrain spanning Andes Mountains, the Atacama Desert and Amazon Basin rainforest. At more than 3,500 meters, its administrative capital, La Paz, sits on the Andes Altiplano Plateau with snow-capped Mount Illimani in the background. Nearby is glass-smooth Lake Titicaca, the continent's largest lake, straddling the border with Peru. Easter Island, island in the Pacific Ocean. Easter Island, a Chilean territory, is a remote volcanic island in Polynesia. Its native name is Rapa Nui. It's famed for archaeological sites, including nearly 900 monumental statues called moai, created by inhabitants during the 13th–16th centuries. The moai are carved human figures with oversized heads, often resting on massive stone pedestals called ahas. Ahu Tongariki has the largest group of upright moai. Quito, capital of Ecuador. Quito, Ecuador's capital, sits high in the Andean foothills at an altitude of 2,850 meters. Constructed on the foundations of an ancient Incan city, it's known for its well-preserved colonial center, rich with 16th and 17th century churches and other structures blending European, Moorish and indigenous styles. These include the cathedral, in the Plaza Grande Square, and ultra-ornate Compañía de Jesús Jesuit Church. Bogota, capital of Colombia. Bogota is Colombia's sprawling, high-altitude capital. La Candelaria, its cobblestone center, features colonial-era landmarks like the neoclassical performance hall Teatro Colón and the 17th-century Iglesia de San Francisco. It's also home to popular museums including the Museo Botero, showcasing Fernando Botero's art, and the Museo del Oro, displaying pre-Columbian gold pieces. Aruba, island country. Aruba, a tiny Dutch Caribbean island off the coast of Venezuela, has dry, sunny weather, blonde beaches and gentle surf. Constant trade winds bring cool breezes and cause the DV trees to slope southwesterly. European influence shows in architecture that features Dutch gables painted in tropical pastels. It's also evident in language, with English, Dutch and Spanish spoken alongside the local tongue, Papiamento. Sao Paulo, municipality in Brazil. Sao Paulo, Brazil's vibrant financial center, is among the world's most populous cities, with numerous cultural institutions and a rich architectural tradition. Its iconic buildings range from its neo-Gothic cathedral and the 1929 Martinelli skyscraper to modernist architect Oscar Niemeyer's curvy Edificio Copen. The colonial-style Patio do Colégio church marks where Jesuit priests founded the city in 1554. Montevideo, capital of Uruguay. Montevideo, Uruguay's capital, is a major city along Montevideo Bay. It revolves around the Plaza de la Independencia, once home to a Spanish citadel. This plaza leads to Ciudad Vieja, the Old Town, with Art Deco buildings, colonial homes and landmarks including the towering Palacio Salvo and neoclassical performance hall Solis Theater. Mercado del Puerto is an old port market filled with many steakhouses. Salvador, city in Brazil. Salvador, the capital of Brazil's northeastern state of Bahia, is known for its Portuguese colonial architecture, Afro-Brazilian culture and a tropical coastline. The Pelourinho neighborhood is its historic heart, with cobblestone alleys opening onto large squares, colorful buildings and Baroque churches such as São Francisco, featuring gilt woodwork. Salta, city in Argentina. Salta is a provincial capital in mountainous northwestern Argentina. Founded in 1582, it's known for its Spanish colonial architecture and Andean heritage. The city centers on Plaza 9 de Julio, an elegant, café-lined square bordered by the neoclassical Salta Cathedral and El Cabildo, an 18th-century town hall turned historical museum. Museo de Arqueologia de Alta Montaña (MAM) nearby houses Incan artifacts. Paraguay, country in South America. Paraguay is a landlocked country between Argentina, Brazil and Bolivia, home to large swaths of swampland, subtropical forest and Chaco, wildernesses comprising savanna and scrubland. The capital, Asunción, on the banks of the Paraguay River, is home to the Grand Government Palace and the Museo del Barro, displaying pre-Columbian ceramics and Ñanduti lacework, the latter available in many shops. Trinidad and Tobago, country in the Caribbean. Trinidad and Tobago is a dual-island Caribbean nation near Venezuela, with distinctive Creole traditions and cuisines. Trinidad's capital, Port of Spain, hosts a boisterous carnival featuring calypso and soca music. Numerous bird species inhabit sanctuaries such as the Asa Wright Nature Center. The smaller island of Tobago is known for its beaches and the Tobago Main Ridge Forest Reserve, which shelters hummingbirds. Let us know your insights in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell and be notified. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.